He has no cape, but wears the mask of a superhero. They call him the raccoon, a native of the American continent. And like all superheroes, he has a special power. Where other species give in, the raccoon prospers, well outside its comfort zone. So what are the secrets of this expert in survivalism? Let's go on a training course in hostile territory with a gang of 4 kits. Destination, the Barrier Islands of Georgia in the United States. The perfect little survivalist's handbook begins with 2 essentials: find safe shelter and a source of water. By settling in heavily wooded, humid zones, raccoons kill 2 birds with 1 stone. An expert climber, this female has chosen a hollow palm tree trunk in which to give birth. Her litter of 4 kits is born in May, after a 63-day gestation period. There are 2 males and 2 females, each weighing a little less than 100 grams. These kits already have the famous black headband, from which they derive the nickname Masked Bandit. They also have a major asset for their future lives: 5-toed paws armed with claws. But for the moment, their eyes are still closed. Huddled up tightly together, they're conserving their body temperature. Lacking strength, they are totally dependent on their mother. All the more so since, as with many other mammals, male raccoons withdraw from the scene after mating. Here's their mother. She's returning to the nest after having fed nearby. But why does she leave with a baby in her mouth? Looks like there is danger in the air. She's spotted those alligators. Worried, she prefers to take her offspring elsewhere. To a better protected nest at a dizzying height. The second kit also remains calm. This is thanks to receptors beneath the skin of its neck, which trigger a soothing reflex which facilitates transportation. Will she leave any of her young behind? As with all raccoons, she has 530 million neurons in her brain, twice as many as a domestic cat of similar size. It's a sign of great intelligence, a significant weapon in the armory of a superheroine. There is no danger of her forgetting one of her babies. This tree is ideal for allowing the kits to continue growing in perfect safety. The third essential in any survival guide, supplies. The nest is about 100 meters from the water's edge, so no need to go far to hunt. Her excursions follow the rhythm of the tides. Because certain prey emerge when the water retreats, such as marsh crabs. These recyclers feed on decomposing plants and animals. The shell is no obstacle for a raccoon, thanks to its strong teeth, capable of cutting and grinding. The kits open their eyes at the age of 1 month. The outside is attractive, but they are only just learning to walk. And the confined space makes moving difficult. Their different character traits are forming between those who prefer to sleep and those with wanderlust. But a little more growth is necessary before discovering their territory. Jekyll Island is a narrow strip of land separating the Georgia wetlands from the Atlantic Ocean. It is a favorite summer resort for holidaymakers, fishers, and hikers. animals and humans have learned to coexist in this astonishing place, where their respective environments overlap. On the swamp side, the raccoon has settled into her chosen plot. An opportunist, she pilfers from the neighbor's cupboard. These 5 long fingers are a key factor in her survival kit. Such dexterity is very rare in the animal world. She can hand feed herself, like humans. Presented with such abundance, the female stocks up. She stores fat in her tail. In this way, even during lean periods, she is still able to feed her young. The babies are hungry. The raccoon never brings them solid food. It is purely thanks to her milk that the kits develop, growing from 100 grams in the first days to 600 grams at the age of 1 month. A good survivalist must diversify their supply sources. A water park has been set up at the edge of the swampland. When the visitors go home in the evening, the animals take possession of the premises. The cleanup teams arrive from all around. The kit's mother is principally a crab hunter and seed thief. A diet which she willingly supplements with the tourists' leftovers. An omnivore, she is happy to eat cakes and crisps. In large quantities, this food could lead to excess weight and high blood sugar levels. But for this female, whose milk still feeds her young, her energy consumption largely outweighs these effects. After 8 weeks, the weaning of the kits begins. It is also time for them to take their first steps. Still weak, they don't know which way to go. Upwards? That's risky. Downwards? Not much better. This intrepid one decides to head downwards. The litter appears daunted by this leap into the void. But all raccoons are protected when taking a tumble and can fall as much as 12 meters without sustaining injuries. Phew, made it. First contact with the ground. Thus begins the exploration of the surroundings. They come face to face with a worrying horde. These are fiddler crabs. So named because the males have a single giant claw designed to ward off rivals. Or young raccoons. The litter takes refuge next to their mother, who has returned close to the nest. Lesson for the day? Pick out consumable goods by imitation. Learning this from their mother is vital if they are to become self-sufficient. Nuts and seeds are a major part of their diet. But feeding oneself in the forest requires patience and training. After quickly becoming bored, the youngsters choose another activity. This tree is ideal for climbing practice. Our superheroes have the rare aptitude of being able to hang upside down. Thanks to a long tail which helps with balance. And paws which can rotate 180 degrees. Leaving them to play, the female continues her rounds. Shockingly, the raccoon's mother was run over. Along with hunting, collisions are the main cause of death amongst raccoons. Her demise throws a veil of uncertainty over the youngster's existence. Are they autonomous enough to survive? The raccoons wait for the mother, who doesn't return. By early morning, she still isn't back. Hunger nags them. They need to try their luck at finding food alone. Between 3 and 5 months, they would usually fine-tune their technique with maternal help. But our gang of 4 need to try their paws at self-education. The young raccoons search for food by touch, because in the muddy water their vision and sense of smell are impeded. It used to be thought that they washed their food in this way, but in reality, immersing their paws strengthens their sense of touch. They use this to create a mental image of the object for themselves. Unfortunately, these shells are empty. They try to reach other supplies. Keen on sugar, raccoons are crazy about fruit. This may not satisfy the appetite of the litter, but they are on the right track. At the foot of the tree, one of the raccoons notices a choice morsel. This crab is still frightening. But it has strayed far from the swamp, alone. It is easy prey. Overcoming its fear, the raccoon pulls off its first capture. Now, time for some fun. These are the last moments the 4 of them will spend together. Because the social life of raccoons is organized according to their sex. At the beginning of the autumn, males leave the family to search for a new territory and a partner. While the females remain another year with their mothers. But her death has changed things. Faced with this major event, our litter has 4 months advance on regular separation time. Because of that, the 2 females will continue their adventures as a duo. This strange animal is an opossum. This mammal is nearly 70 centimeters in length, has a bald tail like that of a rat, and is also an omnivore. Used to living near humans, it thrives in the same surroundings as raccoons. It is searching the bank for worms. Our heroines are not very discreet. The opossum growls out a warning. But this incident doesn't calm their curiosity. This path leads them to a villa. Might they find food and drink here? But the young orphans are unaware of the danger which a swimming pool represents. They're not very good swimmers yet. More frightened than hurt. The raccoons are spotted as they wander around the house.
Savannah Wildlife, this is Jeannie.
The owners are worried and have contacted a wildlife preservation association.
2 baby raccoons? All right, we'll be out there as quickly as possible.
The founder of the rescue center arrives to remove them from their hiding place and lead them towards a new life. Noise, movement, the rescue upsets the 2 sisters. The admission protocol for the refuge is very strict. Why? To avoid any parasitic infections. In the United States, raccoons are considered pests due to the damage they cause to private property. But for nature lovers, there is no question of abandoning these youngsters whose mother has been killed. Our raccoons will stay here for a few months while they gain strength. Out in the wild, their brothers need to find ways to survive. One of them approaches a farm. He is drawn on by his strong sense of smell. And his whiskers act as a radar. They indicate the presence of food in this courtyard. Unfortunately, the feeders are inaccessible. As frightened as the hens themselves, the young raccoon seeks refuge in the henhouse. From this shelter, he examines the surroundings, hoping to find the source of this tasty smell. Climbing is not an easy job when there's no bark. Unwittingly, he has just tasted the forbidden fruit, which has landed raccoons with their bad reputation. It's because they're so crazy about them that they have become professional egg thieves, to the disgust of farmers. The last of the litter, the other young male, has opted for another route. He's heading for the water park. Like his mother before him, He finds leftovers to feed on. But others have beaten him to it, for there's not much left to nibble on tonight. His wanderings lead him to the lifeguard's restroom. What a mess! Who is responsible for all this upheaval? Fortunately for the young raccoon, the waste bin isn't closed. But surprise, there's already a visitor. Our hero relieves him of his duties. It's not easy to feed here. His obstinacy is rewarded. He can lick the packet. Leaving rubbish out is something of an incitement to crime for our masked bandit. This will undoubtedly be a go-to venue for his future nocturnal outings. One month later, the female orphans have settled in at the refuge. Playing with the other guests is a way of keeping good muscle tone. An indispensable prerequisite if they are to return to the wild. But the sight of these trapped animals is a reminder of their tragic history. It was for their iconic fur that raccoons were first trapped by man. During the 20th century, up to 5 million pelts were harvested each year, a true massacre. Their population was in decline until the 1940s, when the conquest of new habitats and the diminishing number of wolves turned the tide. Nowadays, raccoons are 20 times more numerous than they were a century ago. And even though trappers claim many victims, raccoons are no longer an endangered species. It's the end of the summer. The young egg thief is still hunting alone. He now lives on another island, which he managed to swim to. Unlike Jekyll, this one is totally wild. This protected place is called Ossabaw. Although the extremely reduced human presence results in greater serenity, the downside is that wildlife has only itself to rely on. On top of that, resources here are limited. The vegetation growing in this salty soil is poor in nutrients. Within this ecosystem, competition is stiff between local species and intruders, such as the wild pig, an invasive species from Europe. Its dietary needs are similar to those of raccoons. Thanks to its elongated snout, it turns over the soil to reach roots and insects beneath the surface. This fawn, which relies on the fruits of the forest alone, is wasting away. Our hero, on the other hand, has put on 1 kilo per month since birth and now weighs nearly 6 kilos. Faced with pigs and raccoons, the other species struggle to find enough food. He has the advantage of also being able to collect food in the trees. An ideal refuge from their mutual predator. The alligator. Who sometimes leaves the water to hunt on dry land. With its furry camouflage, the raccoon passes almost unnoticed. Perfectly adapted to its environment, this young animal now has every chance of reaching adulthood. A true survivor. Proof of their great flexibility, the other male of the litter has chosen the radically different lifestyle of an urban raccoon. His nocturnal excursion has brought him to the back of this service station. It's the smell of fried food which has attracted our scavenger. Raccoons are notorious for opening garbage cans and overturning the contents. To counter this inconvenience, the employees have taken to giving the day's leftovers to them directly. These fast food deliveries spark a degree of jealousy. This influx of fellow creatures frightens our hero. It's true, he's in the minority. However, each of them is concentrated on their supply mission. So these usually solitary mammals tolerate each other. The service station tribe has gained a new member. They recognize each other by their black masks, each of which is unique. Paradoxically, it is thanks to all this waste material that the species has prospered, despite the destruction of its natural habitat. But will this purely industrial nourishment have a long-term detrimental effect on the health of the young raccoon? After 10 weeks of indoor confinement, the two sisters rediscover the outside world. The dull noise inside the refuge is a thing of the past. This is the first time that they've experienced rain. Our heroines get to know this natural occurrence. But are they ready for the great leap into the wild? There is no choice. If they remain shut in beyond the age of 5 months, their survival instincts will be considerably reduced. Each year, the Savannah Wildlife Rescue Center saves nearly 200 raccoons. In order for this liberation to take place gently, food rations are delivered to them for a few months. Survivors from other species are also cared for by the volunteers. It's a good opportunity to meet those they will encounter in the future. In time, they all disperse to settle in new territories. But will the two sisters manage to avoid the many dangers which await raccoons? Our gang of 4 have adopted very different survival strategies. Their experiences reflect the raccoons' wonderful capacity for adaptation. But one of the major reasons for their success in a humanized world has to do with their appearance. Would we let them steal our garbage? And would we save their orphans if we didn't find them so cute?